Welcome, welcome, welcome one and all. Thank you so much for joining us here on Gameyaaad TV. We are extremely delighted that you have joined us for another video. Now in this video, we will be looking back on day 2 of the first test between Australia and the West Indies at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. Now, I think just giving you an overall picture of the day's play. Now, West Indies would have resumed on 57 for 4 on day 2 with Brandon King, debutant Brandon King at the wicket. He was on 23, and Captain Ruston Chase would have been on 1. Now, West Indies at that point, they were trailing the Australians by 123 runs. As you know, the Australians, they would have been bundled out on day 1 for 180 runs. Now, I think, the pitch would have been, a bit easier to bat on day 2. I think it settled down a bit. I think the ball became a bit soft when Ruston Chase and Shai Hope would have been batting, right? As you know, 10 wickets would have fallen on day 2, still quite a lot. On day 1, we know that 14 wickets would have been dismissed. Now, Brandon King, as I said before, he resumed day 2 on 23 not out, and Ruston Chase on 1. Brandon King did not add much, to his overnight score. He had a 3, and I think he misjudged a ball, from Hazelwood. That was, on his off. So I believe he thought that the ball would have bounced over the wicket, but it hit the top of off. And I think that was a misjudgment on the part of Brandon King, and he was bowled for 26. Then Captain Ruston Chase would have been joined by returning wicket for Shai Hope, and I think they had it 67. And I think when they were batting, I think batting became much easier. As I said, with the soft ball, it wasn't given much to the Australian bowlers. Now, as I said, they would have made a 67-run partnership, and I believe that both of them were adjudged out. I believe and this is, I think this was the highlight of the day, and I mean it was very unfortunate that controversial decisions would have been the talk of the day rather than runs being scored or wickets being taken. Now, Ruston Chase was adjudged leg before wicket, and Shai Hope was adjudged caught behind by Alex Carey. And when you look back on the television replay, you could see a deviation of the bat from Ruston Chase, and also when the TV umpire slowed down the catch taken by Alex Carey of Shai Hope, you could have seen that the ball was grounded, and where Carey would have used the ground to get or gain control of the ball. When Shai Hope would have taken that catch off Travis Head on day 1, right? And it was clear that the ball bounced off the gloves of Shai Hope. The ball did not touch the ground, but the batter was given the benefit of the doubt. So I was expecting that on day 2, when these 2 dismissals, they were not conclusive based on the television umpire, I believe that the batters would have gotten the benefit of the doubt. But and this is the problem I'm having with the umpires. They are not very consistent, and I mean, to be honest with you, we expect human errors sometimes, but it has to be consistent. When there is doubt, where a dismissal is concerned, we generally say that the batters would have gotten the benefit of the doubt, right? But in this case, the West Indian batters, they did not get the benefit of the doubt, and I think that was one of the issues that most West Indian fans have yesterday where those dismissals are concerned. So Ruston Chase would have been dismissed for 44, and I believe, given the context of the match, I think that was a well played 44, and Shea Hope would have made 48. And in the context of the game, again, that would have been, a very good score. And Justin Graves did not add much to the score. He was dismissed for 4. So at that point, when Shea Hope would have been dismissed, West Indies would have been at 162 for 8. I must hasten to say that Alzarri Joseph would have made some useful runs. He was not out on 23, and that would have been some useful runs when you take into consideration the context of the game. Now the pick of the Australian bowlers would have been Mitchell Starc. He would have taken 3 for 65. Pat Cummins, Hazelwood, and Bo Webster, they all would have taken 2 wickets as well. Australia batting a second time would have closed day 2 on 92 for 4 with an 82 runs lead. Now at the wicket would have been Bo Webster on 19 not out and Travis Head on 13 not out. Right, earlier Usman Khawaja and Cameron Green would have fallen for 15. Right, and all quicks for the West Indies would have taken a wicket so far. That's Alzarri Joseph, Shamar Joseph, Jaden Seals, and Justin Graves. All would have taken 1 wicket. So, as I said, scoring the match, Australia in their first innings would have made 180. West Indies in their reply would have made 190 with a 10 runs lead. And Australia in their second innings would have been on 92 for 4 with an 82 run lead. Having looked on day 2, I guess the big question is how should West Indies approach day 3? Now, I mean the most important thing here for West Indies is the pick up wickets, right? So I think in the first session we have to be very ruthless as a bowling unit. I think we have been bowling really well in this match so far, and I expect the quick bowlers to continue, especially Jaden Seals and also Shamar Joseph. They should put a lot of pressure on Australia this morning, especially in the first session. We need to get at least 2 to 3 wickets in the first session, especially Travis Head. We need to attack Travis Head this morning. If the ball is not doing much on the pitch, right, or in the air, we need to be using that short ball ploy to get Travis Head out. We cannot allow Travis Head to bat too long because he can take the game away from us. And to be honest with you, I really don't want West Indies to be chasing 150 runs on this in the second inning. It's gonna be tough if we are if we have to chase more than 150 runs in the 4th innings on this wicket. Right, so the good thing about it, I expect the pitch to be much better on day 3 and 4, right? So I mean, still that is just speculation, but I really think our bowlers should go in for the kill this morning. We have to be very aggressive. Ruston Chase, we have to have catchers in very aggressive position. Alright, so we have to put a lot of pressure on these 2 batters going into day 3. Right, so the only way we can win this match, we have to take wickets and take wickets quickly. Right, we do not want to have to chase over 150 runs in this 4th inning. gonna be very difficult. I just want to say this. I'm really happy for the stability that Darren Sammy would have brought back into the team. I mean, it's just one innings, right? But we can see, the value of having a Sheho and Ruston Chase in the middle here for the West Indies. Yesterday, we would have seen that value, right? Because we could have been, bundled out for under 100 yesterday. If it weren't for those two experienced players back into the team. They understand, the game. They have a really good awareness. They know that they had to bat, long yesterday. They had to, grind out some runs for the West Indies, and we would have seen the experience here coming, through for the West Indies. And I think I needed to highlight, that from, those two batters. Right, and that just would have shown the value of having experienced players into the team, right? And especially where they are batting, very crucial point of the game, because that innings, if we did not have that innings, we would have been skipped out for less than 100 runs. So that just shows you how valuable having experienced players in your team or in your batting lineup. So I think that's where I will end it for today. I hope that the guys can really put their head down and really compete today again, and to get West Indies a win in this match. Really happy, in terms of the way we have been approaching the game. We can see from this team that they have objectives in all aspects of the game. Every session they have an objective, and I'm really happy with how we are bowling, especially. Guys have been really hitting the deck hard. They have been swinging the ball. It's like watching the game. It's like every time a ball is being bowled, you are expecting to get a wicket. That's how that's a joy of watching this game. Right. So thank you so much for tuning in here on Gameyaaad TV. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. Please remember to like the video. Please remember to share your comments down in the comment section. And have yourself a wonderful day. Best of luck to the boys on day 3.
Belo, 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 belo.